If you're a listener of From the Mouths of Madness podcast, I can only assume that you're also a diehard fan of horror movies like myself. My name is Matt Balea, and I own a company called To Die For. We make custom horror-inspired designs for shirts and much more. From original to exclusive content, we can get you whatever it is your dark heart might desire. Check us out at www.todieforshop.com. That's the number 2, die, the number 4, shop.com. Enjoy the show.
The views and opinions expressed on From the Mouths of Madness are that of the panel and not of the Geeks Under the Influence Network or their sponsors. Listeners, beware.
So what did you think about Shaky Cam? I'm in all ears.
Oh, I mean, some movies it's obnoxious. Some movies it makes sense. It depends how you do it. Like, how do you feel about Cloverfield?
From a monster movie perspective, that's what I always give a pass to.
Yeah, because if a giant creature was coming towards you, you would be running, and if you got the camera on, you're
I've
like...
always said that. That's like that's apocalyptic.
Where Blair Witch... They can't seem to not shake the fuck out of the camera when they're just
That's
walking.
what did it. I know. That's the movie that did it.
Oh, no.
I was like, fuck you.
That's the movie that made people fucking throw up all over the fucking place in the theater.
It's called Vertigo.
Motherfuckers will get in the front row and then come out throwing up.
Exactly. So. It's called fucking Vertigo. Stop trying to...
But
like,
I know you're very anti-shaky cam. I'm very... If there's a reason for it, then I'm fine with it as long as you're not just making it play. Dude, some of the Paranormal Activities... They throw in shaky cam for no fucking reason.
Mm-hmm.
No fucking reason.
So at least Paranormal Activity, and I'll give it this, they also give you like room shots.
Yeah.
Which at least lets me know what's in the vicinity. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Where like the problem I have is that it cuts off your peripheral.
Yeah.
I like full vision. And with, it's close to an eye, what the eye really picks up, but again, it's more focused. It's like I don't know. It's like you've got angles out at like 45 on either side versus a 180.
You want them to keep looking to the sides and stuff.
No, because then there's more fucking movement. It's just the camera that they use for that style of film is not going to be able to pick up what.
So what you're saying is by making it less shaky, by having a direct straight shot, but not having the side views, and then turning around, you're upset. As opposed to if they kept looking around and making it shaky. So you
I just don't want to deal with anything of that camera. Like, you're missing the fucking point. Like, what are you talking about? You're missing the fucking point. I don't want to see shit filmed that way.
No, I'm just trying to make a point. Like, you're like, you can't see shit on the sides. I'm like, well, you could if the camera kept turning to the sides.
Or you don't use that fucking camera. That's my answer. That's my answer, Hunter.
Or it follows, in which then we have pointless.
The fucked up thing is, it follows. You didn't need to do that.
Around.
Yeah. The Follows didn't need to do that because it was filmed on a regular camera.
Yeah.
It did. Okay, that doesn't equate to this. If they filmed it on a regular camera, you would have.
Someone heard what you said about shaky cams and what the full extreme difference on a non-shaky cam movie. We're going to give you every shot of the area for the next 10 minutes. Nothing's happening, but you're going to see everything around all of our characters just so you're happy. Mm-hmm. See, somebody overheard you and didn't understand you were talking about shaky cam, and they thought you were talking about just movies in general, and that's how we got It Follows.
God damn it! Don't put that on me.
Just getting y'all riled up. Yeah,
ready for the fucking sequel. Jesus Christ. Yeah, but that is a non-shaky cam movie. I mean, like I said, Cloverfield gets a pass strictly because it makes sense, right? It's a monster movie, an alien monster movie.
Right.
World's being destroyed.
I'm just saying.
Like, if the World of Worlds came out and did a remake that was shaky cam, I'd be like, oh, you're just now copying Cloverfield. Okay.
As long as they're not going to.
And Deadstream got a pass too, because Deadstream used multiple camera angles. You got scenes of the whole rooms, and there were GoPros, so they had wide angles.
Oh, I'm gonna find more shaky cam movies that you actually like that it's gonna be difficult.
That's not really shaky cam because it didn't shake because it was a GoPro.
Pretty sure when he's running to his car and
I was
like,
that one,
you know what?
Yeah.
Let's rewatch.
But you know what? When the person comes up to his car and you see like the ghoul, like then you also see a wide berth of the woods behind him.
When a clown mannequin appears out of nowhere, you're gonna shake the shit out of your camera too. I'm sorry. Yeah. Who the fuck moved this?
True.
Yeah.
It also didn't help. I think part of the reason too was that it was such an old building that everything was built smaller.
Yeah.
Back when that was constructed, so it made it feel more claustrophobic, which was good for the film. All right, we're gonna keep.
Yeah, we'll start dicing into this shit.
All right, so on the chopping block tonight is a fuck you, Hunter, specifically for me.
For spooky season.
It is for spooky season.
Yeah.
I think it's the only film that actually happened during spooky season.
Yeah.
The rest of them are just like.
I've heard not to watch the rest of them.
That's what I've kind of heard too.
Yeah.
All right. On the chopping block this evening is 2015's Hell House LLC.
Bam.
Yeah.
Finally got you to watch it.
Dude, all right, I'm low down.
F.U. Hunter, what's up, you shaky cam loving bitches? Bam.
Man, you've been doing some lame ones lately.
Oh,
Have you hurt yourself? What happened? Did I put too much pressure on you?
I'm just getting the little
Did I put too much pressure on you?
No.
Because they have. I don't think I can make another shirt. Is what I'm saying, Hunter. So step your game up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You're picking and choosing the ones you like, you don't like. I've had some, and there's some of them. It's kind of hard.
Of course.
Some of them, honestly, I've been restrained because of giving away a big plot device that would be good bitches, but
Because now the man that bitched about spoilers now is okay with doing spoiler free. You were the bigger advocate for fuck saying
depends
spoiler
on
free.
the respect of the movie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fair. All right. So, all right, for starters, what made them, dude? I know haunt people are desperate for like some space, the space to do their stuff, right? Like, you know, you've got to have, like, we have vegetable farms that that the owners decided to do a haunt there. We have state or county parks that decide to turn over a chunk in the season, right? Because you need space to do a haunt. I don't know if I was looking for haunt space. If I came to a place that was the Abaddon, say it again, Abaddon, right? People in the back hear me. Abaddon Hotel. Now, listeners, I'm assuming you guys aren't idiots like the people in this film, but you know what Abaddon is?
Demons.
What? It's the name for the demon that guards the gate of hell.
Yeah.
Why the fuck? No, that's not something that adds.
Hold on.
If you believe in that shit, that's not something that adds to the selling point.
Now think about this. Hold on, but now think about this as a selling point for motherfuckers like you and me.
No.
Crazy vegetable farm haunted ride, or the shit by the demon who guards hell haunted house. We would go to that one, dude.
I think I'd still go to, like, I'm not an idiot. Like, we watch too many horror movies, and we've already seen Haunt. Haunt was the first one that's like, oh no, anything that's off, fuck off.
Yeah.
Nope. Haunt.
But
That movie was like, dude, if someone wants cell phones and shit, no, fuck you. Eat
I'm
a
just
dick.
saying, as a selling point, that's doing a little bit of the work for them already.
But I'm just saying,
look at that crowd that first night.
Smart people now, all these years later, no. I would guarantee if I knew the original building's name, if I didn't know the building's name, they left the sign up, right? But if I didn't know anything about the building, then yeah. But these were townspeople that knew about the building where a dude hung himself.
Yeah.
Why the fuck? I'm sorry, dude. I understand the baseline of society is fucking stupid by standards of IQ, but like, holy shit.
So you're saying any building area that has had quote unquote hauntings connected with demons, you would not have a haunting, like a scary type thing there?
Like, they didn't, but this one was unresolved. There was like nothing. It was just dude hung himself. They never came out and said it was connected to demons.
But you have to believe that all that stuff. These characters, that's the whole thing. These characters don't believe in all that. So to them,
fair.
It's a selling point.
Yeah.
Ooh, the spooky guy.
That's the first thing I thought, though, when I saw that name. I was like, holy shit.
For you. But if you don't believe, guess what? That sells your thing before anything else is go to the demon hotel and get the shit
You make
scared
a very
out of you.
good point.
Cha-ching.
There's two sides to that, and I'm of the one side of like, where I'm at now, maybe in my early 30s, even up through my early 30s, probably, yes. You're probably right.
Yeah.
Because I was stupid.
Yeah.
I mean, but
I'm just saying there's sometimes red flags to the kind of lame ass like haunts, and you kind of avoid that, like creepy pumpkin ride haunt. You're like,
dude, all the haunts we have that we go to around here are solid.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, they're fucking scary.
That we go to.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that's all of them.
No, but like, there's only like two. There's actually one I have never been to, but I want to go to because I've heard it's just like all the other ones.
But there's a couple that I've gone to through the years that are pretty.
They're not around anymore.
There's one that's still around, but I'll be nice to them about this.
Oh,
I just don't go to.
I think that's the one I haven't been to, but I've heard from someone who went last year. It's gotten really good.
Okay, it might make you kind of sleepy. Anyhow,
They said it was really good.
Okay,
Oh.
I'm just saying they're doing a good selling point. And
Yeah.
you see at the beginning of this movie, there's a shitload of people there ready to fucking rock this shit out.
And that's so. As much as I hate the shaky cam and the degradation of the cam throughout the film, that started driving me insane. Like towards the end,
when they go back through it,
and
like what happens?
And the cameras are just constantly like they're like 50% grainier, and like there's just digitizing effect. Jesus, fuck me. No one like. How did people not puke? Was this released in theaters?
No.
Okay,
Yeah,
because how did people not fucking puke at that?
Yeah.
God damn.
But we'll bring up VHS sometime. How most of those are
Well, I don't know how I'm
shaky
going to make it through that if you want to do a franchise series. dude.
Yeah.
I need like, oh my God. There's what, 12 of them now? I just saw a release for a new one that's taking it into space. I just saw a trailer on Shudder or something on Shudder's taking it into space.
Well.
Yeah. Yep. So there's like 12 of those. Like that's going to be a long process because I'm going to need like a break in between each film. You think the Tremors one's is going to be rough? Oh, this for me is fucking.
For you, yeah.
Oh, this is fucking horrible.
But let's just say there's a crap load of fucking shaky cam because it's cheap. It's easy to do.
I get
think
the purpose.
What makes Hell House stick out a little bit more from the other ones is just the concept that, like, look, it's these dudes that are embracing, like, they're doing a haunt. So as you're going through, the weird shit's happening. You're literally next to, like, ripped up mannequins, bloodied up, and shit like that. And they walk by that, and there's no reaction because that's part of their job. So when shit starts happening,
well, they know they didn't set it up, and it's immobile things. Like the big thing is like when they're towards the end when they're looking for Paul. No, they hear a noise and think it's Paul, and and the one guy goes to look in the cooler, and the guy holding the camera now because Paul's missing.
Yeah.
Because Paul's the one who films pretty much everything throughout the movie. He turns around. He starts to turn around to walk out, and all the heads are turned on the mannequins.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh man. Oh, no.
And they make a point at the beginning going, they're talking about trying to set up everything as you would. And they're like, dude, we got a problem. These mannequins, their heads don't adjust. They only can look straight. And he's like, we'll just work with it. So later on, we get several different times where the heads are straight up turning to the side and looking at motherfuckers. You're like, the fuck's going on? They utilize those clowns really well.
Oh, dude, the one piano guy that happened while they're in the room.
Yep.
They didn't have they didn't have to be called there. It was just like, what the fuck? Check it, and they look behind, they turn their back to it, and then ding, you're like, dirty pool, sir, dirty pool.
I think one of my kind of top scenes is when Paul, the first time he's recording, and you see he's talking in the background. You have to have that door open with the light. You have to have it for that.
Oh, where you just see the figure, boop, and then just go away.
You see a little bit of the crazy hair, and he's like, what? I guess that was what's her name?
Yeah.
But then later on, when he does see her, and then what do you do in that situation? Throw the covers over you,
so
because
bad.
come on, we're all adults here.
Yeah.
That ain't doing shit. That's a child thing. You go, I'm gonna hide under the covers, and it's gonna go, oh, he's disappeared. This ghost is stupid as shit. No, they're just like, all right, well, I'll just slowly get closer to you. But that moment, and it takes so long, that last time for him to pull the covers off, and then that bitch is right there. I think that was a really effective scene.
Yeah, it was, like, as far as for suspense, because, all right, he's already made his choice. He's going to hide under the covers like a bitch and not, like, run.
Yeah.
So this is where we are. I mean, to your point, like, you said the same thing. Like, this is where we are. For where they decided to go with that, it was suspenseful, because he should have got up and fucking run.
Yeah.
But now, in the very first time you see him film in the bedroom, you see the door to, I guess, where the red-haired dude is staying open, so there's a little light coming through. There's a figure that pops up behind him in that doorway.
Yeah. And
then slowly turns to the side, and you see it walk away. I wonder if that's the girl or if that's our main hoodoo doo-doo guy in the robe in the basement.
I don't think he really shows up till the end with the basement.
Yeah, so it must have been her. And that was like, maybe that was her room.
Yeah.
Kind of like how our main chick with the ta-ha, there's a twist.
What a twist.
Woohoo, Tusi, ha-ha.
I do like that they had that setup, though, where the dude from the documentary, about the documentary.
That's what I was going to say about the filming. I like how at the end, when they got to the final scene, that you saw from one perspective at the beginning, they intertwined all the filming, all the gaps. And you're like, oh, now this feels like an actual movie for a little bit. Because at that point, it kind of flowed like a movie.
Well, and you have the experts from town giving opinions to set up different things with that, about...
Yeah, so by the time you get to it, you know exactly like, oh shit, run upstairs. And then you remember seeing at the beginning when she just ran through and the lady's like, was that supposed to happen?
Yeah.
And like, you're like, they put it out, they cut it all through together. And it was like, okay, now it all flows.
And I like that the one guy stays behind at the interview hotel, and you you see his footage.
And then you see her like, oh, it's just Mitchell. I'll call him back. We're back on the road.
And
he's like, no, bitch,
answer the phone. And then, as she's asking the hotel clerk, you should have this guest here. They're in 2C. She's like, we don't have a 2C.
No, we don't have letters.
Yeah, we don't have letters.
Rooms. That's what she said. Yeah. Like, wait a minute.
And then you get to the house. And that was fucking awesome.
Yeah,
I like that.
So that's the biggest thing I think. The greatest thing I think this film did was the intertwining of everything. Like literally, watching the end was masterful of kind of how they just spliced everything together. Because I think they took it from, they ended up adding like a third that they got last minute, which actually showed the basement. Remember, because the first one didn't have the basement, and the tapes didn't have the basement, but someone actually gave footage from the basement, and someone else gave footage of the escape from another angle. So so by the time it was over, they had 4 cameras spliced together to show the whole thing.
And when you see the fucking basement.
Mm-hmm.
And like the shit actually happening, and the dude in the fucking cloak just walking to her. And
you're trying to fucking figure out, dude, because you only get a glimpse of the guy in the cloak, and you see the clowns, and then you see people walking from another way, and like, oh shit, are those evil people or something? Or like, oh no, those are people just trying to get out. That scene also annoyed the fuck out of me.
But what I like is that as he shows up, she's part of the act, and she's like, this is not part of the haunt. Somebody save me.
Yeah, but in a haunt, you're like, well,
and that's the thing is people go, that's exactly what they'd say to make it even scarier.
Exactly.
This isn't part of it. And literally, these people watch her get fucking murdered because she's like, I'm not fucking around here. Dead.
Yeah, it's just like you didn't see much of anything through that. It was just constant, like, and how you would be if you were in that scenario. But like what a film would generally do is pan out, so you see this area, but you see the person, you see you can see what's going on.
I do like though that they made it convenient, because there's one thing they could have easily done. That whole haunt has cameras fucking everywhere.
Yeah, no shit.
And yet they said the cops confiscated everything and just wouldn't release it. So there's probably much better footage that we're not allowed to see. The town holds back of the actual fucked up shit going on in that basement.
Mm-hmm.
So the only thing we have to rely on is shaky cam and someone's shaky cell phone. I kind of like that's a setup as like, they're trying to hush hush, and we find.
Oh yeah,
footage.
I mean, they went heavy into that the whole movie about hush hush and all that. Yeah,
but I'm just saying, because literally there's what, like 15, 16 screens. Yeah.
50, well, they said no, like 15 dead bodies.
No, I'm talking about all the cameras. There's literally security cameras throughout every part of that haunt, and we never see that footage besides the guy videotaping camera on one of the monitors. We never see any of that footage.
Yeah, I don't know why we never see that. Probably would have been. So that would have given it like a Resident Evil feel. Remember how Resident Evil had like the down the hallway camera angle, and it wouldn't move the whole way down the hallway. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that would have been something, because I bet those cameras look better than like fucking shit.
I mean, dude, the one that's in the basement is obviously somebody's cell phone camera recording
of the time period.
Yeah,
I get it.
Yeah, it's shitty.
You know what I hated doing in real life? Watching people's shitty fucking 2016 cell phone videos. Why would it be different in a movie? I mean, seriously.
I'm just saying. So you have the shitty cell phone footage and all the shit going on.
Because look,
it's going to be fucked up.
People that didn't have especially in 2016, 2015, whatever, when it was filmed, it was 2015, right? So it's probably filmed through 2014. Unless you had even the top swinging dick phone, the camera still wasn't as good as like the base model of like a fucking Galaxy phone now.
I guess when it's 2015, we're not talking about like.
Dude, we're talking almost 10 years ago of technology.
I understand.
When every year there's a new phone.
We're not talking about like 2002 flip phone, Razor, like, dude, just.
But as far as motion, it's nowhere near as capable as capturing motion. That's why it looks that way.
Yeah.
And you know what I hated? Unless somebody was just like filming nature, live concerts back then when people posted that shit, it looked terrible.
Yeah.
So,
but
same
also,
thing.
The clearer you have it, the more you've got to kind of detail your budget a little bit.
Exactly, 100%. That's
I don't know what the budget. I don't know what the budget is for this, but I'm pretty sure shitty cell phone footage for about 20 seconds is probably the way you want to go about it to show the
budget
implications.
Cannot be high again, because we're falling under paranormal, and Blair Witch, where they had their own fucking camera.
Yeah.
And they just set it down for still scenes, and then, or they just walked around the house.
Let me put the camera down real quick and go check something. And then, like.
Yeah, you don't see shit.
Every time they put the goddamn camera down, you're about to see something. Like, I'm just going to put this down right next to this door. Anyhow, do.
And it's a cheap way with effects at the end with a dual murder-suicide because you don't see either of them. So all he had to do was just spear blood.
Oh, dude.
And fall,
Him killing her with the fucking camera, though, that was.
We started with the camera, then he started stabbing her.
Yeah, but
with that piece that.
But I'm just saying, then you only see his shoes, and you hear.
He took whatever he stabbed her with and slit his throat.
Oh, no, he picked up the piece of glass from the camera.
Glass,
stabs it, and you just see the drip of blood, and then him fall down. There's a couple cool ways of revealing stuff like that.
Yeah. So, but I mean, and it's like, but also for budget reasons, they didn't have to show anything.
Just cover your neck in blood and bleed out, bitch.
So there's actually that's not the full movie. The full movie's like 2 hours. There's like a director's cut.
Thought I watched the director's cut.
Yeah. So I saw it afterwards. So I went and looked it up. It only says like 6 minutes of footage on that one that's online, but the actual whole director's cut was like 20 minutes.
Dude,
so
I bet that's
30 minutes. No,
security camera footage.
So they said all that's really there for the 30 minutes is you see the interviews for the actors that they hired.
Okay.
You get added on parts of scenes that we already got the setup and understood for. So that's why they cut.
Yeah.
That's why I think the final director's cut that's on AMC is only 6 minutes.
Yeah.
All the rest
They're like, oh, that shit was unnecessary.
Yeah.
We don't care about the characters. They're all douchebags.
Yeah, it's like, I don't care. I don't want to see the actors get hired.
But I'll say again, the setup of these dudes, and every time something's a little weird, there's a sound, they're like, all right, who's fucking with me? And if like you, me, and like say a couple of our friends were to set up, the exact same thing would fucking happen. All right, which one of you assholes that was funny to move the clown? Okay.
Well, they always think Paul's fucking with them.
But I'm just saying, who's fucking with the piano? That's a good setup. Also on top of that is like not reading the signs till it's too fucking late.
Yeah, I get it. But me as the viewer, I know that, so it's just annoying. Now, I hate that in other films too, where it's clearly like over the head of just how much they're ignoring shit.
Right, but we're the audience. We already have that information.
I know.
Therefore, people, dude, if we're all camping and I look out in the woods, I go, dude, who the fuck is that? All of y'all are gonna go, shut the fuck up. There's nobody out there, right? If we're watching a movie of me saying, who the fuck is that? And then the audience sees there's somebody out there, then we're idiots. See? So that's what I'm saying is as us fucking with each other.
I got you.
You don't know that.
Yeah.
That's what we're getting is a camera, them taping, them going, oh, they're fucking with me. Fuck these guys.
So, okay, another thing. So you set up a haunt in an abandoned, apparently fucked up, I guess the town thought it was at least haunted hotel, and then you decide to fuck with people in it.
Yeah.
That's no, dude. It's got to be my age.
It must be
because
those are the rules. Dude, they're in their
they're in their mid-20s. They're in their mid-20s. Fair enough. Yeah, they're in their mid-20s. Like you're
using wisdom.
I know.
Something that you get after your 20s. You're like, I think that would be an idiotic idea to do.
I am legitimately looking back in my mid-20s and oh, buddy. Yeah.
Go back to the mid-20s.
Fair.
You would put fucking dildos on that clown, all right? All right? Like all kinds of shit would happen.
Yeah.
Like, hey, man, someone needs to fix the clown. All right.
Hey, what was the main character? What was her name? The one that we thought was alive. So, and how are they able to leave the house now? The house got stronger because of all the victims. Did the house seriously, did it gain strength?
What do you mean? Oh,
she was able to leave and go to another hotel. Like she was able to leave the property, but she's dead. So she's a ghost that was able to leave. Normally, ghosts are bound within the parameters of where they're dead.
I'm not really sure. Maybe
you want me to fucking take it seriously, right?
I don't know that. Or she showed up just in that room in that hotel. So maybe she can I don't know, do some kind of
ghosts are bound by their place of death.
Well, okay, maybe. I don't know. Maybe she took a ghost Uber. I don't fucking know, man.
And she was able to take something out of the hotel and bring it to them.
Yeah. She's a strong ghost. I don't know, man. You're asking way too many questions. Maybe that's in the director's cut. If you want to sit through the extra time where they go, okay, so here's the deal. She's actually possessed somebody else, carried the fucking videotapes, looks like her. I don't know. God damn it.
All right.
I watched this movie twice, bitch. I'm not the director, motherfucker.
All right, folks. This is going to wrap it up talking about the Hell House LLC. Before we give you our final verdict, please ask that you like, comment, rate, review, share, subscribe. If you dig what we do, if you dig the Bandits Boys, GUI Network, all that shebangs, everyone appreciates it. Also, go to GUIPodcast.com and support all the other shows on the network. Also, while you're there, go to our links tab and click our link to TeePublic. That's where all the merch is for all the shows on the network. Yeah.
All kinds of shit.
All kinds of shit.
All kinds.
You get, every show's got designs. There's tons of other just random designs. You get magnet stickers, totes, all that good stuff.
Should have some of the themed ones up.
Maybe.
So, yeah. Maybe.
I don't know.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. And there's a sale every fucking week. I literally got a text message earlier today.
No shit.
Yeah, right?
A fucking TeePublic sale?
35% off, dude.
Holy shit.
Better hurry up and get on it.
Or until
it'll go away, and you might not see it again for 4 days.
the next one that happens.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, man. All right, so, God, this is the movie that, like, oh...
You're struggling.
Dude, I am, because there's a constant baseline of annoyance with this film.
Right.
And it's because of its visual, what I'm seeing. And that's constant, right, throughout the film. So, like, and I didn't go into it pissed off with the film. I'm like, oh, the concept's cool. I knew what the concept was. I just haven't watched the movie yet, right? I'm like, it sounded like a good haunt movie.
But you also
Right.
made a point of trying to avoid most shaky cam movies.
Yes.
So this is one of the few that you've watched.
Yeah, exactly. The reason that there's a baseline of annoyance is that carries across all shaky cam
And
movies.
see, I think because I've watched more shaky cam movies, I've seen the bottom of the barrel shaky cam movies that are just going, well, we can do a shaky cam movie, low budget, and not actually have a good script.
See what I avoided by not watching shaky cam?
Right.
Yeah.
But there are some good ones. But this one is the why I would put it higher up, is that it's actually well done for a low budget, quote, quote, shaky cam movie. And again, you have, it's not just them. You get outside perspectives, interviews from people, things of that sort. So
then it is still, and you feel like you're getting, like, something.
Yeah.
Like,
Which, again, the town expert or historical expert gives you a lot of information that's then showing up later on in the movie. So it's actually helpful. It's actually well written. It's not just, oh man, we're out in the woods and there's a Blair Witch. All right, whatever.
And that's the only reason why it, like, barely survived the chopping block for me. I don't know if I'd ever watch it again.
All right.
But I think the concept's good. I think what they did with some of the kills were good. I like that it's not all in the house. There's outside perspective. They give you enough, and then they bounce. So it's like you're not getting burnt out on being inside the claustrophobic as fuck hotel. But again,
I think the fact that you don't utterly hate it for being a genre of horror that you hate says a lot about it. Because honestly, you hated the shit out of me when you discovered that it was a shaky cam movie.
Yeah.
And the fact that you had more positive than I was expecting means that I think it actually is a pretty good movie.
Well, because the main negative is, like I said, the constant throughout the film.
Right.
Like, that's always there.
Yeah.
Like, that didn't ever go away. Because a cool scene would happen, and then the scene would be, then like that 30 seconds would be over, and I'm like, fuck. Like, you know what I mean? They're moving, and I'm like, God damn it. And like, I'm having to follow them through this fucking bullshit tunnel vision, cock-sucking, fuck found footage, man.
Get it out.
God damn it.
So I think it slightly passes because it has everything going against it, and you didn't just hate fuck it for 20 minutes.
I can't go into a shaky cam film without, like, understanding that this is my baseline.
Would you,
instead of going and feeling making it the forefront?
Would you watch Hell House LLC Origins, which a lot of people have talked up? Made several people's top list of the past year.
Oh, is it shot exactly the same way?
I don't know. I haven't seen it yet.
Mm.
We'll put that on the back burner and we'll see. So for me, it passes. I've now watched it twice. I will say the first time I watched it, I did watch it outside. It was nice, like I think that this is last year. Nice fall night, so the atmosphere really helped with some of the kind of creepy elements.
Again, you have a different baseline than me.
I know.
You go into it with it's just not.
I did watch it on a much bigger screen where it was the shaky didn't mess me up as much.
Mm.
There you go.
It doesn't make me feel sick. It annoys me. Yeah. It annoys my vision. I do want to preface that. I don't get nauseous like that. I can sit through however long the film is. It annoys me because, like, yeah, I don't need to. I don't know.
So we'll say that, I don't know. For me, passes.
Fuck out
for
of me.
you, it's a shaky cam that didn't make you punch a TV.
Dude, I wouldn't punch my TV. I can turn it off. Again, not my mid-20s anymore.
That's right. See?
No, yeah, it's like it's this kind of movie. You want to hate because it's got everything filming wise that I just dislike. But they did it. I mean, the story's great. I'll tell you what. By 2016, if someone did a remake of this, the first one, like real,
Yeah.
I'd like to do a comparison.
All right.
Like if something like a non-shaky cam version, like
An actual version of that?
Yeah.
Yeah. That could happen.
I think I would like to see that. But but I don't want it to look like Haunt, right? We still have to figure out.
You'd have to stay away. I mean, but Haunt also, it's two
remember,
different genres.
They have to keep the hotel the same size because that was part of it was the claustrophobia of how tight everything was.
That might make it a little difficult because I think part of the reason, say the same thing with Deadstream, is you have to have those close quarters because
The house was pretty big in Deadstream. It was bigger than his hotel.
True, but he is squeezing through different parts and different scenes. So
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. All right, folks. That is all. Until we talk to you again, embrace the madness.
Join us at GUIPodcast.com.